ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਜਾਣਿਆ, ਕੀਨੀ ਭਗਤ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਲਿਵਲਾਈ। ਤਾਤੇ ਅੰਗਦ ਅੰਗ ਸੰਗ ਭਇਓ ਸਾਇਰ, ਤਿਨ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਸੁਰਤ ਕੀ ਨੀਵ ਰਖਾਈ। ਗੁਰ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਕੀ ਅਕਥ ਕਥਾ ਹੈ, ਇਕ ਜੀ ਕਛ ਕਹੀ ਨਾ ਜਾਈ। ਸੋਢੀ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟ ਸਕਲ ਤਾਰਨ ਕੋ, ਅਬ ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਕੋ ਮਿਲੀ ਵਡਾਈ। ਮੈਂ ਮੂਰਖ ਕੀ ਕੇਤਕ ਬਾਤ ਹੈ, ਕੋਟ ਪਰਾਧੀ ਤਰਿਆਰੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪੇਖਿਆ, ਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਗਰਭਾਸ ਨਾ ਪਰਿਆਰੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪੇਖਿਆ, ਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਗਰਭਾਸ ਨਾ ਪਰਿਆਰੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪੇਖਿਆ, ਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਗਰਭਾਸ ਨਾ ਪਰਿਆਰੇ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਜੀ ਨਵਾਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ, ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਅੱਗੇ ਸੀਸ ਝੁਕਾ ਕੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਦੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਣੀ। So by putting your hands together and bowing your head towards the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, give me your permission to start this Katha. Kirpa karo, ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। So just ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ 'ਚ 17 days ago, but 2 ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਪੁਰਬ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਮਨਾਇਆ on the 2nd of Jan. It was the Avtar Purab, the coming of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. I don't know, last week's Katha was cancelled, so ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੁਣੀ were not well last week, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਇੰਜਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ, ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋ ਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ। So ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ this week we just shared a little bit about Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They continue the lari of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Jivan and the 52 Hukams. In this day and age, we talk about mental health, we talk about physical well-being, mental well-being, eating well, living to a good standard, learning, all the components of a healthy lifestyle, stimulating your mind, getting out there, going for a run. And it's actually quite interesting because in our itihas, in our history, when our historians talk about Guru Gobind Singh Ji when they were about 9 years old, they talk about Maharaj's routine then. ਸਾਡੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਕਾਰ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ 9 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਸੀ, ਉਹ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਰੂਟੀਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ। ਉਹ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ 1 ਜਾਮ ਭਜਨ, 2 ਜਾਮ ਖੇਡ, 1 ਜਾਮ ਕਥਾ। And for me, this is the formula of life, this is the formula of mental, physical well-being. It's 1 jam bhajan. So the waking time, Galo, they'll spend 1/4 of that time in bhajan, in bandagi, in simran, in today's terms, meditation, in Gurbani Path. For that 1/4 of their waking time, they spend 4 ghante lalo, banda sleeps 8 hours. In our terms, it's 4 hours, if my maths is correct. They spend just in bhajan, in focused. And we know what science says, we know what all this research that's coming out now says about the benefits of meditation, about relaxing your mind, controlling your mind, all comes within bhajan. Second thing Guru Gobind Singh Ji used to do, Bansavali wale likhde hai, कि 2 jam khed. Half of their time they spend in khedan, in games, in exercise, in learning Shastra Vidya, Gatka, learning how to fight, maybe going for a joke. They spent 2/4 of their time in khed, in learning, playing. And this is rooted in Guru Gobind since 9 years old, and they write Ik Jam Katha. The final quarter of their waking time they spent in Katha, in learning. We stimulate our mind sometimes. This isn't just to those who are school barde and you can go home and say to your kids and go, Haji, putra, adna katha je sunya ki bacheo. You should spend 1/4 of your time studying. But this isn't just to the kids who are in school, in formal education, it's to all of us, spending time stimulating our mind by learning something new. I'm a maths teacher. For about 7-8 years I've been teaching the same stuff. And this year I had the opportunity to teach mechanics, and I haven't taught mechanics before. And the stimulation I got from learning something new, beyond my own normal core maths and stats and decision, I was on a buzz thinking, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. For 7 years I've avoided it. On mauka miliya, I had to take it, whatever you want to say, but I really enjoyed that buzz of learning. Mother says, ek jam katha, they spend 1 hour listening to katha, or 1/4 of their time listening to katha and learning and reading. Scripture, Gurbani, or other scriptures from Vedant, or anything else it might have been. And in there, I honestly feel that if we want to live positive lives and have a good quality of life, it's not the materials we gather, but it's actually things like this. The bhajan bandagi, the simran we do. The exercise which keeps our body fit and healthy and gives us continues the ability to do that bhajan bandagi. And that to stimulate our mind by learning. That was Guru Gobind Singh Ji's routine at 9 years old. Our Itihas Kara historians write. So, I wanted to carry on with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I know in the Gora sense, in the British sense or the Western side of the world, 2019 is over, but actually the year still is 550 years of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Gurupurab. We're going to continue when I arrive at Katha sharing stories about Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And in the times of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Bhai Gurdas Ji, we mentioned this last time, they wrote a list of the prominent or some of the Sikh that came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and joined the ranks of the Sikh nation. And there's one particular Sikh Bhai Mani Singh Ji talks about as well. Bhai Gurdas Ji says, Sanmukh Kalu Asatar Gurbani Dargah Sabha Si Gurmat Pao Bhagat Bargasi. Bhai Gurdas Ji writes that there's a secrecy. Bhai Mani Singh Ji likhde apne granth ch likhde ki Asa Tar Babe ko aaya. He came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Asa Tar ke. He had lots of hopes and desire. As means I have a hope or longing. Oh, Asa Tar ke Babe ko aaya. He came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Asa Tar ke, lots of hopes and desires in his mind. And he asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Hath jod ke Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who would you call Sanmukh and who would you call Vemukh? So those two words, Sanmukh, Vemukh. Guru Nanak Dev Ji replied, saying, Sanmukh Oya, that person is a Sanmukh Sikh who looks at the Guru and sees the Guru everywhere. You know, Sanmukh means to be in front of. Sanmukh Guru agge mukh rakhda, he sees the Guru everywhere. And he says, Sanmukh Sikh Oya, jere paap nu pit karda, he turns his back to doing paap and turns his face towards doing pun, doing good deeds. That is the nishani, that is the characteristic of a Sanmukh Sikh. And he also says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the second thing about Sanmukh Sikh, and this is one of the things that got kind of viral on what is it called, on social media. You know, if you've got a nice little voice and little video behind you, this kind of stuff goes viral. But obviously don't. It's how you got that kind of voice. But the response that Guru Nanak Dev Ji then said to him is so interesting. They said to Bhai Galu Khatri, his name was, he goes, a Sanmukh Sikh Oa, who understands his state of mind. Apne man di sakti roop nu samjhda ya, o Sanmukh Sikh, who understands the state of his mind. Bhai Galu Jay says to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Maharaj, aapke to siddhe saadhe bande, sanu inne gallan nahi hondiyan, we're just straight normal person. What do you mean by the state of a mind? Mata socha mani mane hor ki hai? What else is there? Amara says, Sanmukh Sikh is who keeps his state of the mind as follows. He has 4 things, and I did this Katha in Watford for New Year's as well. And I said to the Sangha there, because we said Lekhalavo. These are 4 things in our Western New Year, if you want to go by that we want to implement into our lives. The first, they said, Sakti Rupa, your mindset should be of Mitrai, of friendship. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji said to Bhai Galu Khatri, he asked that, I want to be a Sikh who looks towards Guru Nanak Dev Ji. How do I look towards, how do I face the Guru? Guruji says to him, turn your back towards Bab, look towards doing good deeds. And he said also to him that there's 4 states of mind that Sikh should reside within. They should have, that's the mindset a Sikh should have. The first is friendship. And what does that mean? I know we say in Gurbani that we should see everyone. If you don't see God at all, you don't see God in all, you don't see God at all. But Maharaj says actually, कि सारे नाल मित्राई रखनी है. जिवें, for example, I have a best friend of mine. जे मेरे को 10 pound है. If I have 10 pounds, what do I want from my best friend? I want him to also have 10 pound. जे मैं तरक्की करके job चे, what do I want from my best friend? वो भी तरक्की करे. If I've done really well in my career, I want my best friend to do just as well. That's true friendship. And Maharaj says to treat everyone in that way. कि कोई थोड़ा बगाना नहीं. You want the best for everyone. If someone who you don't even know is doing well in their business, be happy for them. Don't sit there thinking, yaar, इन्हों इन्ने पैसे किथों आके तरक्की नहीं कर गया. How did he get so much land or money? Maharaj says, nahi, keep a mindset of mitarai, of friendship, कि यार, if he's doing well for himself, चंगा होया. If somebody is doing excelling in their bhajan, in their simran, then we should be happy for them rather than saying, यार, इन्नियां गल्लां मारदा, इन्हों की पता भजन वाले, start putting them down. He says, I'm reading in a newspaper article, and I've said this before from here as well, that in Korea, and it always makes me laugh, that Korea च ना इतना दी सोच नहीं है, जे एक भरा ने ज़मीन लाई, दूजे भरा दा ढिड दुखदा है. If one brother buys land, the second brother starts having a tummy ache, thinking, yaar, ek kitthon ज़मीन ले gaya. So Maharaj says, keep that mindset of friendship with everyone, and be content with what you have, and wish the best for others as well. And Gurbani talks about this in Gurbanktiyan as well. The second thing Guru Maharaj said to him is have compassion. And that doesn't mean compassion in our normal sense. It does mean, but by Mani Singh, when he describes this, he talks about it in a different way. For us, compassion is, I've got £10 in my pocket, let me give £5 to the Gurdwara, or give £5 to SWAT or a charitable organisation. But Maharaj says that is being compassionate, but that's not the only way of being compassionate. Maharaj says is help people, not just with your money, because you're not the Dasvande, that's not Seva, that's the Guru's Dasvand. But Maharaj says pick people up in life. By Mani says, Logan nu chakko, jere digge hoya, ona nu chakko. Those who have fallen in life, pick those people up. Be it in terms of wealth, knowledge, skills, education, whatever it might be. Apne chote bra bhai samjh ko nu chakko, lift people up in life. Bhai Veer Singh Ji talks about fantastic Sakhi, and somebody sent me his audio, the audio book of the book this weekend, and I heard just this one Sakhi, and I can honestly say I probably heard it 5 or 6 times over and over again. It actually left me buzzing. Bhai Veer Singh Ji is one of the scholars from the 1930s, 1940s. They call him the 6th river of Punjab. That's how much literature he wrote, he discovered, and he shapia. Bhai Veer Singh Ji लिखते एक साखी लिखते वो अपनी गल करते हैं वो कश्मीर ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ they were traveling to Kashmir. This is pre-partition. Kashmir ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ and they stopped at a place called Rawalpindi, which is in Pakistan now. ਗੱਡੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਰੋਕੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿਆ ਕਿ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨੇ ਚੋਲਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਦਾੜੀ ਰੱਖੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਰਹਿائش ਕਰ ਲਓ come stay here. So Bhai Veer Singh Ji is on the way to Kashmir. He stays in a pen in Rawalpindi and he stays the night at someone's house. Sikhon da parivar si. And it came our traditional kind of, you still see, just seeing on Langar Shakand, you still see in our traditions, when Singhs come to your house, you sit them down and you wash their hands with a bata leke na jug leke. In this day and age, jagga na pani dhonde, hath sode hain, dhonde hain. And the parivar started washing Bhai Sahib's hand because they were going to eat Langar pani for the evening. And a janani, a lady, was doing it. And Bhai Veer Singh Ji, himself was like a Mahapurush, like a saint, he felt that from this janani, from this woman, there was a fire coming out of her. So Bhai Veer Singh Ji hat dhwaye, puchya, "Eh guddi kaun hai?" And it turned out to be that she was a Nukardi Nasi, she was a daughter of that house. Her husband had just passed away. She was dukhi, she was upset. She had young children, and her husband, he died. And Bhai Veer Singh, she came back at the end of Langar Pani to wash Bhai Sahib's Veer again, Bhai Veer Singh's hands again. And Bhai Veer Singh said to her, "Ke Gudiye, tere vaste ek saneha aaya. There's a message has come for you, daughter. Gudiye, tere vaste ek saneha aaya. There's a message has come for you." And she replied saying, and this is what Bhai Veer Singh writes, कि साडे सरिया वांगू सरिया नू कौन सनेहा भेजदा? Who sends a message to people that sari like me who are, I don't know what the English translation of Sara would be, but jehde Punjabi jande, it kind of means those who are off like me or just not in a mood, not in a good mood or manners or don't know, but I need to see it. Sara. Or you obviously hear people saying it, sariya. And she goes, साडे वांगू सरिया नू कौन सनेहा भेजदा? And he goes, Gudiye, mera Satguru Baba Nanak bhejda ya. He goes, Gudiye, my daughter, Guru Nanak Dev Ji sends you a message. She looked at him, stunned. She's dukhi, she's upset. And Bhai Veer Singh Ji he says to her, Ki Gudiye, tu Vaheguru japya kar. Wake up in the mornings. And what about lifting people up in society? She is right at the bottom at the moment. There's nothing worse from her. Your ghar wala bhi mar gaya, young kids living with their in-laws. Bhai Veer Singh said to naam japya kar. She was shocked. And Bhai Veer Singh Ji writes that she started doing Simran. Without any doubt, without any shak, she put everything into the Guru's hands. Slowly, holi, ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਠੰਡ ਪੈ ਗਈ. ਮਾਰ ਸੇ ਸੋਇਸ ਨੰਦੜੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਤਨ ਮੌਲਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪੰਦਰੀ ਲਾਲੀ ਪੰਧ ਜਲੰਧਰੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਠੰਡਾ ਗੁਰਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖ ਨਿਹਾਲੀ. ਪੰਧ ਜਲੰਧਰੀ, when I started walking on this path, ਮੇਰਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਠੰਡਾ, ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਠੰਡ ਪੈ ਗਈ. ਨਾਮ ਜਪੰਦਰੀ ਲਾਲੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਜਪਦੀ ਆ, ਲਾਲ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ ਚ ਮਸਤ ਹੋਈ ਆ. Guru says she started jumping, she started doing Vaheguru Simran, holi. She started feeling the presence of Vaheguru in her heart. She had a thanda within her, she was calm and cool. She lost that dukh. It takes time to go over dukh. I'm not trying to say here, just dukh in your passing of a spouse is an easy thing to overcome. जिन्होंने पता कि किन्ना किन्नी औखी चीज़ है. तो जापदे Bhai Veer Singh Ji went and came back on his route back. And she said to Bhai Veer Singh, she goes, Bhai Veer Singh, she goes, Bhai Sahab, हम मेरे सारे भी औखे हो गए. That my in-laws have become difficult with me now. Because their son's not here. और नहीं चाहते मैंने रोटी पानी खिलाने वान. And Bhai Veer Singh Ji said to her, Gudiye, educate yourself and move out. Partition ho gaya, she moved to Delhi, she did some Cambridge entrance exams, she started working in Delhi. Guru di kirpa hui, amar de car de savarta, until last moment Bhai Veer Singh Ji writes that she was so firm in her belief and in her Simran, that no situation could shake her. No aspect in life can make her move. That's how firm she was in her belief. All from one act of Bhai Veer Singh Ji lifting that sister up when she was down in the dawn. When she was at the lowest point in her life, Bhai Veer Singh Ji lifted her up and helped her. So that's the second thing Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, कि be compassionate. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡਿੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਸੰਸਾਰ 'ਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੱਕੀਏ. ਸਾਡੀ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਹ ਆਦਤ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡਿੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ we want ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਅੱਗ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ we want to put more fire in their houses. ਆਪਾਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਦੇਖੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ. We have the opposite mentality. But Guru Sahib Ji says ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚੱਕੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡਿੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ. The third thing Guru Nanak Dev Ji says is have appreciation. Appreciate somebody who's better than you in your skills. If somebody has more than you, be happy for them. If somebody is more knowledgeable or more skilled than you, be happy for them rather than thinking and bringing them down. Because there are people with better and greater minds than us in this world. Bhai Mani Singh Ji writes it like that as well. And the last thing which will become shocking to some people, but Bhai Mani Singh Ji writes that Guru Nanak Dev Ji said to Galu Khatri, the fourth mindset to have is disregard. Is disregard those who are not good for you. Those who bring you down, onushado. Those who pull you by the legs and make you go down into that negative, go down into hell, onushado. Disregard them. Stay around like-minded, positive people. Gurbani says कि नाले आने दोस्ती कदे ना आवे रास. A friendship with a fool never ever works out. जेहा जाने ते हो वरदा है वेख हो को निर्जास, because the fool will always act like a fool because that's what he knows to do. So the four things that Guru Nanak Dev Ji said to him is treat everyone like your friends and be happy for them. Have compassion in your heart and lift people up. Appreciate those who are better than us and disregard those who actually bring us down in life. So, coming down to the Hukamnama of Guru Gobind Singh, the 36th Hukamnama of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And this is such an interesting Hukamnama. Maharaj says ki Singha da adha naam nahi bolna. Do not take or do not say the name of a Sikh or a Singh, and do not use a half name for them. And this really got me thinking, why would Maharaj say, whenever you talk to someone or you're directly talking to a Singh or a Bibi or a Ben, is use their full name, Amanpreet Singh or whoever it might be. It really got me thinking about names. And in the past I've expressed my lack of appreciation for names like my own, like Amanpreet and the Deeps and the Jeets at the end. And looked at our olden Singha Dena, olden Bibi and Dena, and how short and sweet they were, but very traditional. But that still got me thinking, even though my name is Amanpreet, it still does have a beautiful meaning to it. It still prompted a Pakistani colleague this week to say to me, Ki yaar tera naam bahut sona hai. I love saying your name, Amanpreet. There's me thinking, yeah man, Amanpreet, tera naam hai. So, why is Guru Sahib Ji giving us this Hukamnama? And I watched a video on, not so long ago on Facebook, I watched it today again to remind myself. And there's an African Caribbean lady speaking. And her name is Uzumaka. And in her heritage, it means the road is good. And she talks about an instance in her life. I know some of us have children here, some of us aspire to have children, others are grandparents. And we need to think about how we're going to raise our children to love their names and their heritage. Her name was Uzumaka. And she used to go to school, typical, I'm sure we've all felt it, register time, cover teacher, doesn't know how to say your name. And she says, Amadeep, Amaji, whatever it might be. And she struggles. And Uzumaka had the same experience. Her Gwandiya, her neighbours would have difficulty saying her name, the school teachers would. She hated her name. One day, you can imagine an African Caribbean mum, she's making kids langar, making food for 5 kids, cooking. She comes in and says, Mum. Mum's like, Kiyal. And she goes, can you start calling me Zoe, please? Apni maa nu kehndi na si Uzumaka. And she goes, Mom, can you start calling me Zoe? And you can imagine apne Punjabi parents turning around, looking at their kid and thinking, no, Mom, bata ke chive hamara. And her mum looked at her, and she goes, why? She goes, everyone at school can't say my name. Koi gwandi ko nahi keh hunda, teacher ne ko nahi keh hunda. And you know her mum's response was, Mata ne akhya, dekho kini vaddi sikhya hai. Rather than shortening the name to make it Simon or Zoe, she goes, if they can learn to say Tchaikovsky or Michelangelo or all these famous scientists and chemists and all these people, if we can learn, society can learn to say those names, so why can't they learn to say your name? Why can't your teachers learn to say them? And I'm a school teacher and often say, I had a student this year coming to year 7, and I'm not going to say his name, from a Sri Lankan heritage. His name probably has a beautiful meaning to it. And I come to register and I struggled to say his name. It was a fair few T's in the name. And I struggled to say it. And I always make a point of getting kids to pronounce their names in their ancestral mother tongues, wherever it might be. So I said to the student, I said to him, how do I pronounce your name? And his response was, put his head down, and he goes, however you want, sir. That's his name. That's his identity. That's his heritage. And I said, no, I said, Potter. I said, no. I said, how would your mum and dad say it? He just said, don't worry, just say it how you want. I thought, yeah, that's how quickly he sold his identity away. Put his head down when he said that. If we don't tell our children, if your name is, sorry, Bhai, someone to see me like Satpal Singh, you're not going to tell them what Satpal Singh means. Who else is going to tell them? Sometimes in Sikhi camps we do workshops, I say, what's your name, Bot, and I tell them the meaning. They get so boosted, but it's our responsibility to tell our children. Thwada now has a great meaning to it. Society tells us to have names that are short names, easy names, names which teachers can pronounce, or half names, or name your child after a celebrity. But the Guru tells us actually our names have so much more meaning. I remember hearing one of the sayings to Katha once, and he goes, if we can just live up to our names, to find the meaning that we live to these names, we'll be happy with life, and we'll be content with who we are. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, Often, all of our Purani Sikhs, they were given with have such deep meanings to them. Even if you think about Itihas, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj had won the battle of Pangani, when they won the jang, they came home and Baba Ajit Singh Ji was born. They named him Ajit because they just won their first battle. Bhai Jeet Meri Kripa Kaal Kiri, Guru Gobind Singh Ji writes in Vichitra Natak, and they named him Ajit, the one that can never fail, that always wins. Guru Nanak Dev Ji renamed by Lena to Guru Angad, and we have people who call Angad Singh. They renamed it to get hit by you're one of mine. Our names are the identity the Guru gives us. Most of us have the blessing of when we're born, coming to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, doing the ardas, and with the first akkar from the first letter, our names are then made. Some people use the first word completely. If our parents have kept that, that's the Hukam Nama of our birth, that's the Hukam Nama of our name. We have that connection. All of our names have deeper meanings. So even mine, Amanpreet. Amar means mardani, mar marda. Amar, put the aim from the era paake, Amar mardani. Preet, love. Jina Paramatma vaste sadai pyar ya, o Amanpreet ya. That's what Amanpreet means. Instead, we're going for Sonia, Jaden, Ria, Tia, Lallu, Pinku, Rinku kind of names. But jide sade na ya, look how big our names are. O kithe ya. So, why Guru Gobind Singh Ji said you do not use an adha name? Because it reminds the person, when someone says to me, Amanpreet Singh, but what do you think, yeah? Singh, yeah. It reminds you of who you are. Not just your name, but also it reminds you of who you belong to, who you're representing. And when you say somebody else's name, the complete name, it reminds them and reminds myself as well. It establishes a standard in life and society. If we all lived up to our names and we lived up to that middle name we use of Singh or God, it establishes a standard of what a Singh or God will look like or act like, and how they will reach and how they will be in society. So, our names identify our heritage, our identity, our origin, our history and culture. This is what we need to teach, not just our children, but remind ourselves. I've spent the last couple of years only now, after 25 years, saying, yeah, my name's Amanpreet, saying, no, my name's Amanpreet, including to my Western colleagues or wherever I am. It does take time, but that's the kind of confidence we need in our history. And then people will ask you, okay, where does that come from? Where, if you just try and westernize everything, we're just going to be another thing. But instead, our names are more than just another name. They're more than just Steve and John and whatever it might be. They actually got a deeper meaning to them. So, Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj's final Hukamnama, कि Singha da adha naam nahi bolna, is don't take the half name of a Singh. And if we can't even get to the point of saying, yeah, Amanpreet Singh, let's just get to a stage where we're proud of our names. We're proud of our heritage and what comes with our names. So, forgive me if I said anything wrong. Guru said, and bless us with the confidence, with that love, that we may live to our names' expectations and we may live up to our names. Forgive me if I said anything wrong. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.